The 2023 Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine season begins where the series all started back in 2021 at the legendary Imola circuit. Once again, we come into the season with a huge entry of 33 drivers across 12 teams, all ready to go head-to-head in identical Tatis single-seater machines powered by Renault Sport Oreca on the Pirelli tyres and powered by Castro fuel, all ready to fight for the title. Once again, the series co-signed by Alpine and ACI Sport will travel to 10 Formula One venues. Barcelona follows the season opener at Imola, then will be the turn of the Hungaroring and Spa-Francorchamps. After the summer break, the championship will resume in Italy with round 5 at Mugello, then a trip to France and the Paul Ricard circuit before flying to Austria and the fast Red Bull Ring circuit. The Temple of Speed in Monza will host round 8 before a trip to Zandvoort, and that is quickly followed by the finale at Hockenheim, which is set to make an exciting first appearance to the championship. The 2023 series has become even more attractive to young drivers on the path to Formula One, and with a new season comes a lot of new exciting rookies making the jump up from Formula 4.
It feels really good. It's been a difficult start to the weekend, but yeah, it's the first race, so there's a lot to learn. But overall, I like the championship. It's very tight. It's not an easy championship, so it's good to learn, of course. We've been working a lot together already before the season started, going to the simulator in Finland and getting to know everyone from the team. So from that side, it's been good. Also, pre-season testing, we worked very well together. So now we just have to keep improving.
Well, definitely learning a lot. Having a lot of fun also on the new tracks for me. I raced here last year in F4, but first time here with FRECA is a really interesting track with this car. But yeah, really challenging. Very good drivers this year in the grid, and the level's quite high. And yeah, just improving slowly, getting closer to the pace.
After uncertain conditions on Friday, the Italian sunshine would return on Saturday morning as the season officially got underway at Imola with the first qualifying session of the season. No changes to the format meant the drivers would be divided into two groups for qualifying, and it would be Ferrari Junior Rafael Camara and Prema Racing who put in the best lap of the session, setting a 1 minute 39.130. However, the young Brazilian would unfortunately see his best lap deleted post-session after failing to slow down for a yellow flag. This meant another new face and rookie driver, Martinius Stenshorn from R-Race GP, would inherit pole position for his very first race in the championship. The Norwegian's best lap was only 0.03 of a second slower than Camara in the session, and that was good enough to make him the first ever Norwegian driver to take pole position in FRECA. Prema Racing come into this season as defending champions of the series and would still be represented on the front row for race 1 thanks to Mercedes Junior Andrea Kimi Antonelli. The ACI team Italian flag bearer topped qualifying 1 in Group B, putting in a best lap with a 1 minute 39.303.
Yeah, I mean, was a difficult session, to be honest. With the track temperature increasing a bit, makes the situation a bit harder. But yeah, I think overall was a nice session. It's a shame for the last lap where I got a bit blocked, but you know, at the end it's still a P1 in my group and front row. So we'll try just to get a normal start and then build the race from there and see what we can do.
Race 1 is set to start in the afternoon with drivers positioned at the respective blocks of the grid. After his best lap deletion, Camara is moved to the second row, flanked by RPM driver Santiago Ramos, who set the second best time in Group B behind Antonelli. Then the Spaniard of Prema Racing's Lorenzo Flusha, that will be side by side with the very capable Dutchman of Van Amersfoort Racing's Kaz Havercourt. German rocket Tim Tramnitz of R-Race GP was incredibly fast already in the pre-season collective tests and took the start from the fourth row alongside debutant Nikhil Bora. The Singaporean driver will open the way for his teammates Roman Belinsky and Owen Tangavelu in the middle of the group for the highly competitive lineup that the Trident team have brought this season to try and take home the team's title.
Yeah, 2 of 3 to be honest, because we kept Roman Bilinski that was with us last year, and he was very happy to stay, and we were really happy to keep him because he's a very good guy, and of course he's a very, very good and talented driver. Then we got, then we have Owen Tangavelo, that is not a rookie because he raced here last year with another team, and we tested him this winter, and he was mega quick, so we decided to have him on board, and he was happy to come. And then we have a rookie, which is Nikhil Bora, that he did Formula 4 last year, and also him. We did a few days testing during the winter, and we saw that it was very good to work together, and let's see what happened.
After a long wait and a lot of anticipation, it is time for the lights to finally go off and the first great battle of the season begins. But the wait is now over. To the left of screen is Kimi Antonelli. To the right, Martini Stenchon. For the first time in 2023, we are go in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. And a great start from Stenchon there. He will lead us down towards Tamburello for the first time. Antonelli slotting into second place. Kamara into third. And that is Fluxa into fourth place. Do we get the ball through safely? No. One of the KIC drivers has gone off in the background, and we've had someone else go off on the exit of Tamburello. Looks like they've rejoined, but as it stands, everyone's still just about running safely. Havakor trying to get on the move as well. He's fighting away with the likes of Tramnitz, and there we have the number 23 car of Alex Partishev. Unfortunately, he is off. And then we had more damage on the exit of Tamburello. Capietto went off, and that's where the suspension damage, I think, may have been picked up. Capietto is in the pit lane trying to get that one sorted. So, and it will be used for up to 15 seconds. They get to use it 5 times in the race. Right, let's go racing once again as we came down to Rebecca. Stenchon got his foot down, and he's already got a bit of a gap there to Antonelli as we make our way down the start-finish straight. Great launch from Stenchon. He leads us down the start-finish straight here. Antonelli, I don't think, saw that one coming at all. And now they can use push to pass, and Kaz Havador in the black and orange Van Amersfoort maybe trying to do that on Lorenzo Fluxa. He goes to look to the inside, looks back to the outside. Nikhil Bora in the Trident, in the red, white and blue Trident was another. He was trying to line up a move on Tim Tramnitz there as well. Whoa, one of the other Tridents getting all crossed up. That was Tangavelu, who's battling away with Vantov for 16th place. Is 7/10 of a second, and there we see Alessandro Giusti, the French F4 champion, going to the outside of Nikhil Bora, sells the dummy, gets down the outside, inside. Fantastic overtake there from Alessandro Giusti, and that is a place made. That is why he was French F4 champion, and Giusti makes his way up into P7 there. Now Josh Dufek comes round the outside of Nikhil Bora as well. Great opportunistic driving from Josh Dufek, and he now moves up into 8th place. Oh, Roman Bilinski there, battling away with Lawrence Van Hopen. Oh, it was at Tamburello. Bilinski running wide, coming into the chicane there, and just trying to get the car going again. I don't think he's been able to, and he's pulled over, avoided that attempt. But for the second time this season, we see the safety car out, and that is now going to, for the third time, and Stenchon leads us up the start-finish straight. Remember, push to pass is active as they hit the start-finish line, which is coming up now, so they can get on that button right now and get that 15 seconds of extra power if they want to. Is Alessandro Giusti going to do that? I think he is. We can see him there trying to sell the dummy, do the same move he did last time. This time, not going to work. Tim Tramnitz was wise to it there, covered it off. Look at the top of screen, you can see them. Dufek now, not just Bora behind, but he has Belov behind, Van Hopen behind, and Belov there side by side with Bora. That's Marcus Armand in the Sauber Academy colours. He has gone off the circuit briefly, but this looks like Nikhil Bora is about to lose a place to the G4 driver of Michael Belov, who dives down the inside, round the outside of the pair of them. Goes Lawrence Van Hopen. How on earth did he get the car stopped in time? Lawrence Van Hopen goes up into P9, but only briefly. Michael Belov will help himself to that place now. Nikhil Bora side by side here with Lawrence Van Hopen, and going round the outside there was Victor Bernier to get himself up into P11. Not a good few corners for Bora there. What a move that was, though. Oh no, we got the 75 off Lawrence Van Hopen, who made a great move. Has he made contact with the number 6? That's Adam Fitzgerald. And it looks like fantastic work from our marshals getting them recovered, but the decision has been made to throw the red flag on this race. After making history by becoming the first rookie on pole position in the opening race of a Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine season, Martinius Stenshorn writes another chapter in the history books of the series by becoming the first ever Norwegian to take a victory in the championship.
Yeah, it was of course really nice to get the first win in single-seaters even, and also in the first race in FRECA. Expectations before the race was obviously to try to stay here and also even get a podium. And yeah, to finish with a win is really nice. Well, I haven't been here before in FRECA car, so it was a bit challenging in the beginning. But yeah, as soon as we got into the rhythm, it was all good from the beginning, and then yeah.
Andrea Kimi Antonelli, understandably eager to grab a win in front of his friends and fans in his home race, fought as much as he could to get on the top step, but nothing worked against the full control of Stenshorn, and the red flag that brought the race to an early end with a few minutes to spare certainly didn't help the driver from Bologna.
Yeah, I mean, it was not an easy race. I had a few issues during the race, but I think we managed really well, especially with push to pass. And yeah, I mean, good result today, and we try to improve tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really satisfied with the performance. This morning qualifying I did a few mistakes, so maybe could have been a better start position. But yeah, at the end, good result today, and we see what we can do tomorrow.
Yeah, my strategy changed a bit because I had the lap deleted, but yeah, starting P3 I think was quite a difficult race. I know that it was driving behind is quite tough here in Imola, especially there's no long straight and a lot of corners. And yeah, I was trying just to keep there, and if I find some opportunity, for sure I'm going to try to pass. But yeah, I think in the end I did a good job. Also the team did a really good job to head the car.
The second day of the season begins with the second qualifying session in the morning, and this was Tim Tramnitz's chance to shine as he secured his maiden pole position in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. The German driver dominated the second session, posting a time of a 1 minute 39.057 seconds, making him the first ever German driver to take pole position. Rafael Camara and Martinius Stenshorn proved their result on Saturday was no fluke after another excellent performance, securing P2 and P3 respectively. Kaz Havercourt set the pace for Group B and recorded a time of a 1 minute 39.130 seconds, which would place him alongside Tramnitz on the front row for race 2. His teammate Josh Dufek would start directly behind him, followed by Nikhil Bora after a great battle for pole position until the checkered flag. Lorenzo Flusha and Owen Tangavelu would start race 2 on the 4th row. Victor Bernier of MP Motorsport secured 5th position in the second session to put him 9th on the grid, and a similar result for Michael Belov in Group B would put him 10th on the grid. Qualifying 2 would be a very unfortunate session for Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who was forced to pit in due to technical issues with his car that prevented him from setting a respectable time and meant he would start the race from the very back of the grid.
Yeah, of course, amazing to put it in P1 in a group. Had quite a good lap, and yeah, to start from the front row, P2 now. Sadly, they just went a bit quicker, but anyway, I mean, it's good to start from the front row, take good points, and let's finish this race on P1. So.
It feels really good. I think the first one is always the best. Yeah, but it's only half of the job done. I think I should focus on the race now, do a good start, and then, yeah, just drive away. Yeah, but very happy, of course.
The grid is almost set here at Imola for race 2 of the season. We've already had one race of 20 complete. This is now race number 2 here at Imola. Oh, there, that's Andrea Kimi Antonelli in the pits, but to the left of screen is Havercourt, to the right is Travnitz. We are go for race 2 here at Imola, and that's a brilliant start for Kaz Havercourt. Immediately, he gets the jump on Travnitz, and Havercourt will lead us down to turn 1. It's going to be a battle on the brakes, I think, but Havercourt has just about snatched it. Havercourt now leads. Oh, Kamara's off. Kamara and Dufek off into the barriers there. Contact between the pair of them, it seems, and both of them out of the race. Travnitz is fighting back at the Villeneuve chicane, trying to get down the inside of our leader Havercourt, but not quite able to do it. We've got someone else going on the gravel. That's one of the ART drivers that looked like going off briefly there into the gravel, but everyone else going through nice and safely. I think that was Lawrence Van Hopen who ran wide coming out of Villeneuve, but for everyone else, they are now making their way up towards Piratella. We could see a safety car here because we do have 2 cars out of the race as they make their way down the hill towards Acqua Minerale for the first time. All the cars filtering their way through, and Kaz Havercourt, a really good start for him. He's now going to lead the way. Safety car is out. Doesn't seem Kimi Antonelli is going to go any further. Doesn't seem Rafa Kamara is going to go any further, nor Josh Dufek as well. So we've lost those 2 drivers straight away. That's a real shame. 2 drivers who definitely would have fought for the podium. There is Kimi Antonelli, his home race. He said he had a lot of people here supporting him this weekend. Behind the safety car, Havercourt is our leader from Travnitz and Bora. Stenshorn, our lead rookie. Lead rookies go on the podium in FRECA. Kimi Antonelli is back in the pit lane. And I think that's exactly why Kaz Havercourt is doing it. He gets going now, and he is weaving to try and break the toe, and that's been a really good restart. Clever driving from Kaz Havercourt. He comes across the start-finish line. Stenshorn, 4th in queue there, trying to make a move. Something's happened to Capietto, but there goes Stenshorn down the inside of Bora. Bora trying to go round the trying to hold on round the outside, and just about does so. So Mikkel Bora doing a good job to hold on there. He put in some great defensive performances yesterday to stay inside the points. Giusti charges one down the inside. Oh no, incident there. Alessandro Giusti trying to make a move on Joshua Dirksen for 10th place. The door was being closed. Giusti went for it, and unfortunately both of them now out of the race at Tosa. We could see another safety car back out now. Havercourt leading from Travnitz and Stenshorn, and immediately safety car is thrown. And now we go for it as we make our way down to the Tamburello chicane, and look at Stenshorn, he's right behind Tim Travnitz there, and I think we're going to see a change for 2nd place, potentially. They're going to be side by side, Belloff side by side as well with Tangavelu. Stenshorn on the outside, trying to get 2nd place. Bernier in the orange MP car gets down the inside of Flusha. We've got one of the RSGP cars off into the gravel, so we've lost one of them. Oh no, it's Tim Travnitz. Tim Travnitz is off. Safety car is straight back out again. Lorenzo Flusha is into the pits. Well, it's turning into a pretty miserable race for the Prema team. Antonelli out, Kamara out, and now there's a chance Flusha could be out as well. makes his way down the start-finish straight. He's trying to break the toe immediately there from Stenchorn. Belov in the black and white G4. Watch for him and watch for Ramos as well in the green and orange RPM car. It looks like he's going to make a place, and he is. He's to the outside of Zagazeta. Here goes Santiago Ramos round the outside, and he makes a place, or does he? He runs wide. Bielinski trying to get down the inside of Bantov. Behind him, Megatunov and Capieto going side by side as well. Belov on the attack. He's going to look to the outside here of Owen Tangavelu. Michael Belov, is he going to be able to get round the outside on the brakes? He's going to give it a go. Michael Belov now, down the inside, but contact between them, both of them going off. Tangavelu is into the barriers. Michael Belov is going to rejoin. Tangavelu somehow will rejoin as well, but both of them now losing places. Belov, we can see rejoining, but going very slowly there. He must have quite significant damage. Tangavelu somehow is able to keep going, but I think that's going to be race over for Michael Belov. Oh no, Roman Bielinski is out the race. What happened to him? Will this be the end of the race? Will we end under safety car? I wonder. 1.5 minutes plus the additional lap remaining. Bernier closing in. Zagazeta closing in the red and white colours as well. The RHGP driver, they make their way across the line. Final lap of race 2 here at Imola, and Bernier getting closer and closer to Nikhil Bora. He looks to the outside, sells the dummy, goes to the inside, not quite able to get down the inside, and for now, Nikhil Bora holds on to third place. Oh no, one of the ART drivers, Lawrence Van Hopen, goes straight across the gravel there. Now he's going to have to try and defend from Charlie Wirtz, but it's Havercourt leading. On the top step of the podium for the third time in his FRECA career, Kaz Havercourt wins in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. He gets his season off to a winning start on the season opening weekend here at Imola. A fantastic start for Van Amersfoort. Martinius Stenchorn makes it 2 podiums. Race 2 of the season opener for the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine at Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari de Imola went to Van Amersfoort's Kaz Havercourt. This is Havercourt's 3rd win in the series, and after a 5th place in race 1, Kaz walks away from the first round P2 in the drivers' standings with 35 points.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Of course, we started from P2, and I got Tim directly from the start on, and then we're just like managing. Also with the safety cars, I think we had 4 safety cars, so that's quite a lot. But I managed all the time quite well, just with the restarts, had a big gap every time, and just did my thing. So it just feels amazing, and I just want to thank the team for putting down an amazing car.
With his silver medal in race 2, RHGP rookie driver Martinius Stenchorn leaves his first weekend in the championship as the leader of the series after scoring a very impressive 43 points.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for sure the speed was really good. Thanks to the team, for sure. The car was flying, so it helped me a lot, and then I had some nice overtakes, and yeah, that put me on the podium. Yeah, or as soon as I got past, or I was in P2, I was for sure looking to go for P1, but yeah, car was really fast, and it's not so easy to follow in the dirt there here, so yeah, I had to settle for P2.
In the frantic show of race 2, the 3rd step of the podium would be taken by Nikhil Bora, who got his first podium in the series and a 2nd for the Trident team.
So yeah, we were starting P6, and I knew that I had a good line straight into T1, so I wanted to capitalize and get the best start I could, and we jumped straight into P3 in the start, and then it was a little bit up and down, but with the safety cars we managed quite well to stay out of trouble, and I think yeah, it was a good race in the end. We ended up on the podium, so I'm happy.
Despite Sunday's misfortunes that deprived race 2 of one of the most anticipated competitors, Antonelli still leaves Imola P3 in the drivers' standings thanks to his podium in race 1 with 18 points on the scoreboard. Bora follows him with 17 points, then comes Kamara in 5th place with 15 points. Bernier and Flusha both sit with 12, whilst Matthias Zagazeta of RHGP accumulated 10 points and is P8 in the standings, with Ramos and Tramnitz completing the top 10 on 8 points. The Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine will be back for round 2 at Barcelona on the 20th and 21st of May for what is set to be another very exciting weekend of racing. We look forward to seeing you then. For now though, it's goodbye.